That's where we're going. Back in your lives, in your ears, and in your face. Welcome to another episode of papagshouse, episode 91, featuring absolutely nobody. Every now and again, we like to have a couple of episodes where we can just, chill out, do the thing, not worry about too much stress about researching guests and booking and all that kind of stuff. Every now and again, we like to just chill out and have a little bit of a good time. Not to say that we don't have a good time all the time, 100% of the time. But thank you all for tuning into papagshouse. It's good to have you back on this Thursday, the 1st of July, 2021. For us South Africans, under the not such great circumstances, as we all know that we are now once again locked down. So there's nothing better to do than sit and listen to me talk some shit. But it's great to once again, every Thursday, 7 p.m. South African Standard Time, 6 p.m. UK time, and all the rest. You find out when this is live in your neck of the woods. And thanks for coming. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, without further ado, let's talk to the man that used to be in the chat, the man who is now on the decks from a remote location. Artur Carlos Diego Pereira III. What's up, my man? How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going far away, G?
Far away. It feels a little bit weird, but we're going to live with it for the next 2 weeks. We only locked down for 2 weeks. So it seems to be working fine. We did a little bit of a test earlier. It's very cool to know that we can kind of like, if ever push came to shove, we can always deliver the show.
Yeah, and that's the plan. Every Thursday, no matter what. And now we're using a bit of a long distance remote technologies to help us do this, which is quite exciting and scary at the same time, but it's rad, dude.
Yeah, dude. But you know what, at the same time, it also shows that we also are trying to do our best. And they say gatherings are not allowed. We took that a next level. 2 people I don't believe is a gathering, but the law can beg to differ. And I read an article today, dude, that the law says that if you even sit down in a restaurant and get caught, you can go to jail.
Sitting in a restaurant, really?
I paraphrase, but pretty much, if you get caught doing anything untoward or against the rules, they're imposing some pretty harsh penalties. So, I think it's best that we just do this remotely. You are still producing the show remotely, which I found absolutely amazing. And we made it work, but this is not something I want to get used to by in any way, shape or form.
Nah. I mean, it's cool every now and again, but at least we know that we can do it,
Yeah,
which is
100%,
rad.
100%.
Onwards and upwards, as everyone says.
Yeah, exactly. What's been happening your week? I mean, obviously we got the news that we officially are locked down and cannot do pretty much anything. What have you been up to?
Well, this whole thing kind of threw a spanner in the works with the Deadbeats. My cover band, we had a pretty good show a couple of weeks ago at obviously Armchair Theatre that went down really well. They wanted us to have a monthly residence, so we play once a month there, and they would negotiate our fee. And then we had another venue in Durbanville asking for us to play. And then it was like, okay, then like there was rumors of like the harsher lockdown coming, and then it was like, oh, what are we gonna do? And then this came, and now we're all like, shit, it's gonna be like another 4 or 5 months before you can actually even start looking at playing gigs again. So that kind of sucks. For original bands such as yourself, it's even more of like a shot in the face. I mean, like, it's almost like, why are we even practicing now?
Yeah, no, but I mean, you didn't tell me you had a gig with the Deadbeats. I mean, or did we discuss that in one of the? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I mean, my brain is fried. But this cat looks like she wants to jump up, and things can get.
Yeah, it was cool. Like I used geez, man, the Armchair have got their sound like seriously waxed, bro. It's awesome.
Is it?
It's like the sound engineer's walking around with an iPad, which is like a digital mixer. So he's walking around checking all the levels and tweaking everything on the iPad, walking around the place. sorting it out. The sound was perfect. We used my electronic kit, so it was even more controlled. It sounded really great. And we played for like 4 hours, and there was like a bunch of college people there that a couple of them asked us if we were playing original songs. and we were playing all like 80s stuff, you know.
Like all your well-known covers, going like, "Oh, is this your own music?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
That's
we
hilarious.
definitely wrote that song back in '85. Yeah, that's definitely ours.
That's amazing, dude. Yes,
It was rad. I mean, it's like, what? You've never heard Rebel Yell before? Yeah, that's
Rebel
ours.
Yell. What the hell? So I mean, were you supposed to get together and like practice and all that kind of stuff?
We were practicing like very rarely, but it was at Gavin's house. And he set up his massive lounge for us to practice in. And that's where we did all the videos that we uploaded of us jamming those tunes.
Okay.
We would just practice there. But I mean, we haven't met up since the gig happened, and we're not too sure when it's going to happen again. We do.
Well, we can't do anything until the 11th of July. So yeah, we're pretty fucked
earliest.
in that department.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like we're trying to get some more cult songs from the Cult. We're going to start working on Blue Monday as part of our set. You know, like a like that one, like that thing. But
that's drummer talk for everybody listening. But dude, I wanted to like so you're not gonna be it's tough though because you can't. Have you got it? Hey Kev, what's up, my dude? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. I saw before the stream started, you were like 50 minutes. I want it now. Hey, Mikey C. Oh, we actually haven't gone into our next segment. We will in a bit. No. But now that the chat's going on, let's just say, guys, it's a solo episode today. It's just myself and Art. Hit us up hard. Troll us in the comments. Tell us what to talk about. Well, not to talk about. We'll talk about what the fuck we want to. But if there's anything that interesting pops up, we'll be sure to check it out and talk about it. But
give us some hot takes.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Give us. Speaking of which, Mike Kubik's just had an op. I don't know if he wanted me to tell anybody, but he came out of surgery yesterday. So well wishes for Mr. Mike Kubik, the what do you call it? The inspiration behind our one segment, which we call
shit.
There we go. See what it says? We are denied alcohol. But the one thing that I was talking about, dude, I mean, yes, we've got a 2-week ban. We don't know how long it's going to last. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we can't write the laws or overturn the laws or whatever. We've got a lot of people trying. I see a number of people have taken on the government in terms of the booze ban specifically. But I managed to, still save a couple of ice cold Castle Lights and realized, dude, we did a beer of the week when we were like, but the beer of the week is Castle Light. We never actually
gave it
rated
a rating.
it.
No.
So we let's not rate it tonight because you don't have a Castle Light in your hand.
But I've had enough of those to know how to rate it.
Okay, because you know what the thing is? I was thinking about it. It's like, why did we disrespect Castle Light so much? Because we drink it so often as a regular drink. If it's, we don't know what this guy wants and he's asking for a 6-pack, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go get a 6-pack of Castle Light because, it's kind of like the go-to easygoing light beer. Mm-hmm. So, like, I give the Castle Light a solid 3.5 out of 5 on the Mike Kubik scale.
Yeah, I mean, it's inoffensive. You can have enough of them without feeling a bit like, okay, I've had enough of them. It doesn't taste watered down.
It does, to me.
Well, not like that other one that we had. I can't remember which one it was. That last one, that's Newlands.
The Newlands Jacobs ale.
That tasted a bit watered down. This one, I mean, it tastes like a lightly watered down Castle Lager. But it's inoffensive. I give it a 3.
Okay, I'll give it a 3.5 because I have consumed copious amounts of it.
And it could also be just so used to it. I remember the first time that I had a Castle Light, it was nice when it was freezing cold, but when it got warmer, it was like less enjoyable.
You cannot drink a warm Castle Light. That is that's a sacrilege. You cannot do it. I mean, I remember going to Tiavadas with a couple of mates and all that kind of jazz. And the way it's presented, it's in a silver can in a green bottle. Nothing wrong with that.
Mike Cubic.
What does Mike say? Thanks, bud. Healing up nicely. Castle Light. Ew, piss water. Listen, ice cold Castle Light can be very refreshing on a hot summer's day.
Yeah, I mean, it's less piss water than Budweiser.
Ooh,
I remember having Budweiser at the World Cup, at the Soccer World Cup when it was.
They were a sponsor, yeah.
And it was the only beer you could have, and it was gross. I hated it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I went to America and I spent 6 months in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, and the one beer that we consumed the most was Coors Light, and it's similar to Castle Light for some reason. I don't know. I mean, it's been 10 years since I've drank a Coors Light, but pretty good. Wait till you taste my Viking ale I made. Busy conditioning. Currently got 23 liters ready to smash. Listen.
Well, we are always looking for sponsors.
Yeah. Well, we can test your beer out, bro, but just know we're going to be honest.
Yeah.
Dave, I'll roast spit you any day. I did see something about a spit roast. So Kev, keep it coming.
Kev enjoying a spit roast.
What was that previous comment?
Which one? Of him?
No, the Dave. He's obviously responding to Dave.
He said,
Dave Beretta Owens from Lithium. We've got royalty.
Legendary.
You can't afford a roasted pig spit, Kev. Yo, that's this fighting talk, eh? This
more.
But so beer of the week is Castle Light. What is the Mike Cubic scale? 3.5 for me, 3 for you. So it's a 6.5 total out of 10 on the Mike Cubic scale for Castle Light, because that's kind of a good benchmark because everybody drinks it,
It is a good benchmark, and for it to be about 6.5 out of 10, 65%, I think that's a very good benchmark. It is a low score, but it's not as low as that fucking watermelon one.
Oh my God, watermelon sour high, horrible.
Yeah.
Let's just keep reminding the listeners not to buy that.
That got a 1 out of 10.
That's crazy, man. The other thing is, do you know what, the long skinny can? When did that come about? How long did that come about? Kev's teasing me about being a vegan. What a chop! See what I did there? Haha. Yes, what a chop. I'm gonna get to that vegan situation as well, because there's something I watched recently. But what we were talking about, the skinny can situation. Please remind me to talk about the vegan thing.
Okay, vegan thing.
Yeah, vegan thing.
Yeah. Yeah, skinny can, dude. I don't know. Skinny cans have been around.
What?
I think it was. They normally had the quartz, like the black label quartz and stuff. I think they just made cans of it at a later stage just because it's cheaper. I don't know. We'll need a proper alcoholic to tell us. Kevin, let us know.
Brutal, but I could be that person. But so the skinny can thing, it's just like, but also when the can is taller, right? It's it feels like it's so flimsy, and the way they make the cans nowadays. But when the can is shorter, it felt more hardy, more manly.
Well, that's science talk you speaking there,
I know, but now I feel like a bit of a dumbass. Thanks, dude. It is science because of a shorter exactly, it's like guys with shorter arms can pump bigger muscles. Yeah. Thanks man, now I feel like an asshole.
Longer,
but it does feel like that, and chops. Yes, back on the vegan thing. Thanks, Dave, for reminding me. Is I've just recently been on a Netflix documentary craze, dude, and I've been watching I started on Monday night, dude. I don't know what happened. I went to bed on Sunday. Was it Sunday? I went to bed super early. I don't know why. I was dead tired. 8 o'clock, I was in bed. 12 o'clock, I woke up wide awake. So I proceeded to watch Filthy Rich, the Jeffrey Epstein story from start to finish. I watched all 4 or 5 episodes until 4:30 in the morning from 12. And then luckily, because I work from home now, I managed to like just catch up that extra hour sleep. Because I only essentially woke up at 12 and then went to bed again at 4 and woke up at 9. But excellent documentary. Go check that out. Then I watched the Bikram Yoga documentary about Bikram Chandra. I can't remember what his actual name is. And it was another sexual predatory story where he exploited his students, blah, 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 blah. But then the next day, I watched this documentary called The Game Changers. And it's with an ex-UFC fighter named James Wilkes, someone I actually used to support back in the day. He was a fighter that a lot of people were pushing to be the next British champion after Michael Bisping because he won the Ultimate Fighter. It's like they had kind of a similar story until he got injured. But then he started doing the research on how he could get heal better with his surgery and his knee problems and all that kind of stuff, and found out that eating a plant-based diet was actually better in terms of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And it actually shows you how dirty your system is if you eat animal protein. But anyway, it kind of convinced me in a way to try out the plant-based diet, but at not a very timeously spot, because I was like, I've still got a whole bunch of eggs, I've still got a whole bunch of cheese, still got a whole bunch of bacon steak. So I'm going to finish all that shit. Sounds kind of hypocritical. I'm going to finish all that shit because I don't want to waste money. And then I'm going to try and do a strictly plant-based diet and I haven't quite decided how long I'm going to do it for. And then when I asked for recommendations, Wayne Hendricks from Monstroid, we've had on the show before, he's like, oh, dude, so sorry to hear that your Facebook account has been hacked. Yeah, so
No, dude,
look, I'm going to try it.
No, I mean, like, often we have purely vegetarian evenings. Tried a few vegan stuff, but it always does one in on my system. Like, I basically have to go and squirt it out my anus like an hour later. It's like hardcore.
I know the feels, dude.
It's
hectic. I know the feels. Like, I know the anus squirts for sure. I'm all about it. But I also think that I'm a little bit lactose intolerant. So because I have tea, coffee, cheese, milk, anything, my stomach's going, dude.
I am rather lactose intolerant, but since staying here at Carolyn's place, it's actually eased up quite a lot. Yeah, but what is Mike Cubic thoughts on F1 this weekend? We're gonna get to that, boy. We're gonna get to that.
Okay, yeah, no, we jumping the gun there, bro.
Yeah, Come on, Kevin.
We're gonna get there for sure. Well, the narrative of the docu was to punt plant-based life, so obviously it's going to leave out all the good meat pros. Okay, well, I mean that's fair. That's the thing fair.
That I don't know if it's true. I mean, like I don't know this stuff. I'm not a gynecologist, but like, isn't it like if you're cooking meat, you're actually burning off most of the stuff that you actually would need for your body? So
I don't know.
Technically, if you could have raw vegetables and get like loads of stuff, and I love raw vegetables. Like my favorite is if you have like broccoli and a wok with a little bit of olive oil and it's super fucking hot.
Little sesame oil.
And you put sesame oil, that shit for days, you know? You can eat it for days. But
yeah,
like,
or coconut oil.
Yeah, but if you have like a steak and you're burning a steak, you kind of have to have it almost like blue rare, and you can't have rare chicken. So you're basically burning off everything. So how much of the meat you're actually going to get, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, listen. Kev's got a point. You've got a point. I do want to try it though, because remember, it's the same thing as like I legitimately believe that I have stomach issues when it relates to dairy. So why not cut that out and see what it is? Because that's all animal shit, you know? So there's a common denominator. So why not just do the exercise and see how my body reacts, right? I mean, it's the same thing as a carnivore diet. I could do that, but I'll try the plant-based thing first.
Yeah, I mean, your body could run on a carnivore diet if you eating it like all the time, and your body sort of like adapts to it. But if, from what I've heard, I mean, Dave will be able to tell us properly because he's actually vegan now. It's like, if you're gonna go vegan, don't go balls deep. Like, wean
Dave, let
yourself
us
in.
know how to easily break in. If you're
Yeah,
if you're
you
in there,
wean
let us know,
yourself.
bud. Also, dude, just we got to let the listeners see what's going on right here. She's being so well behaved for the first time. It's unbelievable. Everybody, this is Rogue, my beautiful cat, and she's just chilling so hard listening to us talk about the plant-based diet. Do you want some food? Do you want some food? Oh, there she is. There. Oh, she's tired. Anyway, pull yourself back up, bro. Let's go. But
man,
yeah, I mean,
cats.
that's awesome. So, dude, Cast a Light. I mean, we did Beer of the Week this week because I felt like we disrespected Cast a Light a bit, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't really need the respect to begin with.
It's kind of a local benchmark for everybody. Game Changers is amazing. Makes a lot of people think differently about a plant-based diet. I stopped taking my prescription gout meds nearly a year ago, no tax. Gout, but gout isn't gout for someone who eats a lot of red meats, iron, and alcohol? I mean,
I think it's the stuff that's in all three that does it to you.
it's acid.
I don't know. Again, I'm not a gynecologist, so I have no word to say.
A gynecologist? What the fuck?
It's much cooler saying that than instead of I'm not a doctor. Go, I'm
I'm not a
gynecologist. But I think
gynecologist,
you
bro.
need to go see a doctor.
Don't look at that poisse.
I've been saying that forever.
I don't know why I said that, dude. It's because you're not here and you're not stopping me from saying stupid shit. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. But
we got some more. Yeah, we got some more. Yeah.
I used to get them regularly as an alcohol drinking meat eater. Once my high cholesterol is my once high cholesterol is normal, my erratic blood pressure is stable. You can make up your own minds though. So no alcohol, no red meat, plant-based diet. Your heart is operating at optimal. That makes sense. If you eat clean, drink clean, you know, hopefully your system's gonna be clean. But shit, I don't know. Like, there's a few things that I feel like I might struggle with, but I'm gonna give it a bash. And it's also about teaching myself discipline. That's one thing that I haven't been in a very, very, very long time, is discipline. I mean, I've been living on my own for the last 8 months. It's 14 days of isolation. I'm not going to be seeing anybody. Might as well start making some lifestyle changes, or at least trying to. I still love my alcohol, still love my beer.
Give it a go. Have like a couple of evenings in the week where you don't have any meat. We do that often. I mean, we sometimes have vegetarian burgers instead, and it's cool, man. Like, I've actually gotten quite into, not into, I mean, I like the, was it Laura McCartney sausages? I think. Whatever. She makes like vegetarian or vegan sausages, and they're rad. I actually kind of prefer them to normal rashes or Boerewors.
Dude, they're pricey as hell as well, though, dude.
They are pricey, but they're good though.
Ramon from Eel System, obviously you know Ramon, but for the listeners, Ramon from Eel System posted saying, here's this online place, I can't remember the name, for everybody's veggie needs. And then I saw the prices of these meats and soy meats, bean meats, blah blah blah. They're like, for the same thing that you'll get for like a 70 rand steak, you're paying like $180. It's insane. My point is that the docu has narrative programming to tell you being vegan is bad. Pro-vegan will tell you meat is bad. My point is, do what makes you happy with no judgments. Yeah, dude, but when you've got an erratic heartbeat, your stomach's always fucked. You've got to start looking at solutions. I'm personally, and I'm being very straightforward and honest and transparent for anybody who's listening, is I do have those issues. And there's some kind of line you need to draw in the sand. Be like, are you going to live with those issues for a long time, or are you going to try and find a solution to them? So it's really, it was more so mental, mental education as to I can just try it and see how it goes, because right now I'm not happy in the current state my vessel is in, basically.
The thing about me, I'm just trying to cut out carbs and sugars as much as possible, because I don't see the point in getting carbs if you're just sitting at your desk all day. I mean, what do you need all that for? You're just going to sit there and store it, and sugar as well. I once did that for my brother's wedding. I lost 12 centimeters in 2 weeks just for not having carbs and sugar at all. I think that would be a good spot if you're worried about like your weight and thing, but that's not really going to solve anything that's affecting your body in any way. You know, like it worked wonders for Dave, and that's awesome. It might work for me. I'll just have to, you know, if I'm going to give it a go, I need to give it a go. But whatever. But what musicians are out there that are actually like pro-vegan? Isn't the dude
architect
from
Sam Carter?
Yeah, isn't the dude from the vocalist of Lamb of God vegan? No, he's not.
Well, they've all quit alcohol. That's a big step for anybody. But it just seems to be that there's a general drive. I mean, also the Game Changers doesn't only look at yourself as a human body, a vessel. It looks at the effects of farming and how much water is used, and how if you took farming away, or at least reduced the demand for meat, the whole planet would be better off, essentially.
But there's also the thing that soy is a huge big replacement for meat, but that does as much damage to, well, you have to like clear out loads of land just to grow soy, so that's as damaging.
It's kind of, yeah, so I know, I mean, I get it, there's a counter argument to it.
Yeah.
But don't you find it so interesting though, dude?
I find it interesting, but then again, I'm no scientist, man.
I'm no scientist either, but I'm just trying to say, dude.
Lenny Kravitz can suck at balls, bro.
Lenny Kravitz is vegan. Hey, listen, I saw Lenny Kravitz live at Cape Town Stadium in March of 2006, and it could have possibly been my one of my best musical experiences. He was beautiful, and he had Cindy. What's her name? Cindy. You should know. You're a drummer. Oh, you can't. I can't see you. What was her name? Cindy someone. Just find out that name, dude. Let's Google that name. Dude, I'm with you. After having the op, I realized I'm getting older and we need to take better care of ourselves. My philosophy is everything in moderation, reduce excessive intake. Yeah, the same time, it's also easier said than done. I love me a few beers. I love me a few whiskeys. I love me a few steaks.
Cindy Blackman.
Dude, have you ever? I mean, she was his drummer at the time, and I found I was more there to see Cindy Blackman than anybody else. Roughly 77% of soy is grown to feed cows.
You see now, like, okay, there's so much misleading information that you get. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to know?
It's like what they choose to tell you, you know?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
No, dude, I'm not a fan of Lenny Kravitz. I think he's shit. Purely because he does a cover of American Woman, which is a song from like the late 60s, early 70s. And he made it sound worse than a song that's that old. It's like American Woman, the original, has actually got like a bounce to it. His version is just flat.
That's what I mean. Dude, that was an epic song, and I think he did an excellent rendition. So, my favorite song.
You liked his version?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, we're not talking to him anymore.
I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah.
No.
I love that shit. And then also his Rock and Roll is Dead. That riff in that song. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, somebody back me up in the fucking chat, if you will. But yeah.
No, man. His stuff always sounds a bit half-assed. I don't get it.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed Lenny Kravitz. That's the great thing about you and I, bro. We are happy to have a difference of opinion. And, you know, speaking of which, what is the latest music you've been listening to? Let's, you know, I'm still going to do my plant-based shit. We still going to try and figure out these parameters that I'm going to be working with. But I think a papagshouse exclusive is that I'm going to be trying it out for at least 2 weeks.
There was something that I was listening to. I didn't get too deep into it now. I'm just trying to find the name of it again. You can tell how much I listened to it. Why the fuck can't I find it now? Hang on. It was shared to me by Andrew O'Leary from
He mixed
from
Rock
Verona
Bottom
Walls.
of your system, Verona Walls, beautiful
Don
guitar.
Broco.
Dude, you showed me this last week and I was blown away. Everybody go check out Don Broco. I mean, that's awesome. Such a sick band.
Yeah, because like
just the sad truth.
No,
bottom line, we're getting old. Come on, man.
Yeah. Don Broco. It's got such a cool dance bounce to it, but it's got like nice, interesting use of like, guitar. It's just I don't know. I just dig it. It's not heavy. It's poppy, but it's rad. I dig it.
No, for sure. Sorry, let me just help my cat. She's tangled in my. There we go.
Kev is 100% right about people cherry picking info to push their agendas, just like that Drive to Survive TV series. Yes. On both sides of any argument, it's best to check out as much content on both sides and make up your own minds.
Jesus, can we get Dave on the show, please? Can we please get Dave on the show?
Yeah,
we have yet to talk to Lithium. We've chatted to Kev a few times. It seems as though Dave may make for a great guest, dude. So Dave, let me know if you're keen to jump on the show at any time. We would love to have you, dude. Talk about music, talk about health, all that kind of jazz. I think I need a kick up the ass, and I think you could give it to me.
But what was I going to say? Don Broco came out. There's also a new Fear Factory album that's been released, which is
everybody
cool.
Go check out Don Broco, dude. That shit blew me away. They've got like a southern kind of style, right? They've got that whole like bluesy.
Well, not really.
It's just southern, and also their content, their videos are just so
great.
Maybe
videos.
It's just the style in which that they like present themselves.
Great videos. I love the videos. It's so much fun and bloody. It's rad.
That's the one thing that blew me away is that they go pretty wild and like with their content. It's awesome.
Yeah, but they're cool. There's like I said, the new Fear Factory. There's a bunch of stuff out, but I just haven't had the time to really dive deep into all of it. I mean, I listened through the Fear Factory release once. And it was cool. It wasn't as cool as Genexus, the previous one that they released. I think that one was great. But this new one,
sorry, carry on. My bad.
No, that's it.
Yeah, no, because then what I was saying is there's an issue. There's how good was that new? That's exactly what I was going to talk about. Contraband, new song by Make Them Suffer, featuring Courtney LaPlante from Spirit Box. Oh my hat! What a heavy yet beautiful song at the same time. Seriously good. Everybody check it out. Make Them Suffer. Courtney LaPlante from Spirit Box. It is insane. It is so good. I've been hooked on their previous album, How to Survive a Funeral. Rad. Would love to chat. Let's do it, Dave. That's awesome. Dude, what do we call that? Something, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But the new song from Make Them Suffer featuring Courtney LaPlante, How to Survive a Funeral. I still haven't gotten over that album. It's every now and again I'll find an absolute gem of an album that I'll listen to and then like kill. But that's coming to my next point, dude. Don't you think like I was also watching a podcast earlier. It's just like Spotify is kind of like taken away from that whole learning experience. It's like now I'm so lazy as a listener that they curate playlists for me of all the stuff that I've been playing, and then they play me mixtures. Hit me with it, bro.
There's this guitar teacher that's on YouTube that was talking about
Rick Beato by any chance?
Fuck knows. anyways, he was talking about when he started teaching guitar, kids would come to him with the name of the band, knowing the name of the band members, and wanting to learn like a song that's like obscure, like track 8 of an album.
Yeah.
And then like when Napster came out, then it was like the popular song that they knew the name of. But now when they come to learn a song, they search for it on Spotify, and they go like, this one. And it's just like a song that's like recommended to them. They don't even know the name of the band. They don't even know anything. They don't even know the name of the song. They just go, I want to play that song that goes da 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 da, whatever. It's actually gotten really, really bad.
It's crazy. I mean, people don't put names to songs. They don't put artists to songs. It's just the song now. I mean, they'll say the name, say the song, but does any meaning happen?
Well, dude, look at me. I had to look up the name of Don Broco because I couldn't remember it. And I was trying to remember the name of the Fear Factory album. I can't remember the name of the new album.
And the most popular song in the world is Wet Ass Pussy.
Yeah.
Why did that make you look? Why did you look so upset when I said that?
I'm not upset. I'm just not surprised.
Okay. New Vola or Voila. What is it? Vola or Voila? Vola. Says Kevin. Because I've never heard that before. I've never heard of it either. See, that's the thing is also what happened to, we've got Metal Hammer and all that kind of stuff, but they don't, it's so weird. I mean, how did Ginger get recognized? How did Spirit Box get recognized? Because I'm pretty sure all those situations, how did Make Them Suffer get, popular? I'm pretty sure that a lot of those situations led to like were due to luck, right?
As for Ginger, I think it's the vocalist that got them noticed.
But how? How did she get them noticed?
Have you seen her?
Yes, I have. I follow on Tati Buyaka, on Tati Buyaki or whatever on Instagram. I'm a social pariah. So listen, bro, you fucking making me look bad. Yeah. First art, now you. I don't have Spotify or Deezer. What does a pariah mean?
I can't even explain it.
Listen, we got to get the dictionary app right now. I'm going to look it up now. I prefer YouTube and the rabbit hole.
He spelled it wrong as well.
You down. Always something great along the ride. Yeah, true.
Outcast or someone who's despised and avoided.
Jeez, that's quite self-deprecating, don't you think?
Yeah. Mike, I'm the same as you, dude. I don't have Deezer or Spotify, but
or Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, but I've got the YouTube premium account, so I get like if I want to stream music, I listen on YouTube Music, that app there. But most of the time, I still buy albums off of iTunes if I can't find a physical copy. And now you can't get any physical copies without importing them. So now I just buy albums off iTunes. I don't stream.
Yeah, that's a tough one, dude, because I mean the whole buying thing was more like, if you want to not have if you don't have Wi-Fi, etc., it's downloaded to your phone. I mean, Spotify has the same concept, but like it's like all these people aren't making any money from that,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I had Deezer for a while, and I used it like twice because it's just like, firstly, the interface is shit, and it's just so overwhelming with all that music there. Yeah. And like, I'm quite specific when I want to listen to something, and I don't listen to something that often. So if there's a new album out and I like it, I would try see if I can buy it, have my own copy instead of just streaming it.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, we both, I mean, we're on the cusp of a different generation as well, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I definitely am.
And me as well. I mean, it's weird that at my age I was like, I want to start a podcast, but you were like, fuck, let's do it, So it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I like to think, and I'm sure you feel the same, is we're a lot younger than our actual age.
Yeah.
Yeah. In mind and body, and well, not in body. Oh my
No,
And you
in
know what? I
body,
don't
I'm
give a
actually
fuck.
older.
You were saying the other day, I mean, you were saying just now about like, oh no, it's not about losing weight. I don't give a shit how heavy I am, as long as my body's healthy. That's the
I do. I give a shit because I've got 2 Hot Wheels t-shirts that are white and they are way too tight. And if you got a beer belly wearing a white t-shirt, it looks naff. And I don't have any weight besides my gut.
When's your
So
birthday? When's your
I want to
birthday?
get rid of that.
When's your birthday?
Why do you want to know?
Well, it's not going to give away your age, dude. When's your birthday? Is it soon or is it past?
It's between the 1st of October and the last day of September. It's between those 2 dates.
Between the 1st of October and the last day of September. So you're a Libran, I know that.
No,
that's why what?
I'm any day.
What?
No,
so in the year, okay. But basically, what I'm saying is, I'm giving you a thing now where I will buy you for your birthday 2 Hot Wheels t-shirts, just one size bigger than the one you've got already. Then you're cool.
I'll have to get black ones, but thank you. That's great.
That's all I was trying to get at. It's just buy a bigger size t-shirt, because really it doesn't matter. I mean, we're not in our prime anymore.
Yeah, but I've already got the weight in the one area. I've got nowhere else. So it kind of looks unbalanced.
No, but
if I was chunky everywhere, then whatever, that's a look. But now I look like my uncle. He's like a stick, but he's got a beach ball gut.
But isn't that what the Porters do, bro? The Portuguese, every night when they hit that certain age, they start getting a bit of a big gut because they love the food.
Yes.
No, I'm only joking. No, but you look fine to me, bro. You 100%.
My birthday is every day next week.
There we go. Every day next. Well, I mean, I can't afford that many t-shirts, but
Shit.
I'll try my best. Dude, so what have you got on your agenda for the show? Is there anything that you want to share? I think I've been babbling my face off. I mean, I suppose that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's been quite like a dead week. I mean, the one thing is that Conan O'Brien's
yes, I saw
show,
your WhatsApp photo was a tribute to him.
Yeah, his talk show is coming to an end. I think he's moving from TBC, I think it is. I think he's going to be moving to HBO Max with his next show. But I don't know what that's going to be. But basically, Conan O'Brien has been the best talk show host ever for the last 25 years. And it's just sad because like you still see guys like Jimmy Fallon on it, which is just like, whatever.
He appeals to a younger demographic though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but Conan O'Brien is just his writing staff is just so good. He's also got such a great sense of humor. I mean,
he's also an SNL alumni, so
yeah.
I mean, it's natural for SNL guys to be super successful.
Yeah, and it just feels like I'm talking like he died.
Yeah,
no,
totally.
It's like that's the only thing while I've been working, I had a window next to me. I've just been playing like clips of his last 3 weeks of shows that he's doing, and then watching some old clips and then recurring skits. It's just such a laugh, man. I fucking love it.
Yeah, no, he is a laugh. I mean, I love his interviewing style. He tends to try and like step over the line, but he does it in such a cool fashion. I saw a cool clip the other day. Obviously social media has been going crazy with Conan O'Brien, obviously coming to an end. But do you remember when the singer from Goldfinger dropped him on his head? He picked him up and dropped him on his head by mistake. That was a good clip.
But I remember Goldfinger, very straight edge, but I saw Goldfinger play when I was in UK, and it was a fantastic performance. They were amazing to watch. It's like awesome. You've never seen a whole band, including the drummer, like running and jumping from beginning to end. It was watching a bunch of athletes being in a punk band.
Yeah. No, I can imagine. Great. It's like watching Parkway Drive play, bro. They're all fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
But
And funny enough, Goldfinger, they don't drink alcohol and they are vegan.
hey, well, that's kind of been the theme of what we've been talking about, eh?
Yeah, it's funny you
But
should bring up Goldfinger.
yeah, I'm just super intrigued about that whole thing. It's like you don't know it until you try it, and you don't know how you feel until you try it, you know? So it's almost like a what if situation. Is like, do I give it a bash? You know, I've given up alcohol for extended periods of time. I'm like, oh, that's not so much fun. So like I sometimes just take that, you know, I've never been a terrible, you know, if I've been drinking a lot, I don't do stupid shit, and I don't fall around, and I don't, I'm always pretty mindful of my behavior. But like, in the eating department, I feel like I'm the worst, you know, like it just doesn't matter sometimes. Like, oh, I'm in a rush, I'll eat this, you know, and then you figure out the next day, you're like, oh, well, fuck, I don't feel that great because of it. But anyway, enough of this crap. Let's talk some real brass tacks. Let's talk some sports.
Yay, sports.
Oh yeah, that was made in the last 8 hours. Our brand new sports segment, baby. I'm super excited. You know, yeah, sports, bro. Oh,
Yay,
sports, yay, sports. Dude, it's one of the things that keep me ticking. So I'm gonna lead it. I'm gonna lead it with you, and because I know it. We back again at the same track this week. Hit me with the details, bro.
Well, let me first find Mike's comment. Here we go. Okay. He said, thoughts on F1 this weekend? Red Bull just too strong right now. It's about time Mercedes get a clapping. Verstappen for the win. I don't think Red Bull is actually too strong. No. I think it's they are definitely the quicker car, but you can see McLaren sometimes are like when they, especially at that track, that they were running at the same pace as the leaders were. Mm-hmm. It's just the difference of Verstappen right now.
Yeah,
Verstappen is in such a groove with that car that he's making it work. Mm-hmm. And Perez is doing a great job by backing him up now. And he was a bit unfortunate at the last race with the pit stop. That he was in there for like 4.5 seconds, yeah. and that basically meant you could see it, that if he was in there for 2 seconds, he would have come out in front of Bottas, mm-hmm. and then he would have been third, getting massive points for Red Bull. But you have to look at it this way, man. Like Mercedes has been so dominant, and this year I think Red Bull is the only team that's actually actively developing their car for this year. Everyone is putting all their efforts into next year's car and only doing minor developments for this year. But Red Bull is like, we are not going to let Hamilton and Mercedes finish off this current formula. Let's beat them. And they are actually, I mean, if you're going to be in a competition, you got to be developing for that competition, not playing for like next year. I mean, they should be able to manage it. So I don't think it's Red Bull is too strong. I think Red Bull's doing it right. Everyone else is putting too much of a back foot on their own. And if Mercedes, which has clearly been the strongest team throughout this entire series of races with the hybrid era, and they're like not matching up, that's their own fucking fault. So people saying that Red Bull is too strong is bullshit. Red Bull is doing what they should be doing, and everyone else is not, because they want to put more effort into next year's car. And who knows what might happen with next year's formula? That, like I said, McLaren and Ferrari might end up being on top with the new regulations and the new car and the new engine and etc. So, like, if you're going to race, you fucking race and you go for a win, and that's what Verstappen and Red Bull's doing, and good for them. And fuck Mercedes, they've had enough success, you know. And if they're going to lose because they weren't developing, that's their own fault. It's not because Red Bull is like stronger. I mean, fuck that bullshit.
Well, the cool thing is that, I mean, no matter, you know, I feel your passion, bro. I feel it. But the cool thing is that you got guys like Total Wolff, and you've got Lewis Hamilton. They still keep their heads pretty cool. I just noticed that Hamilton's a vegan. He's in the he's I think he was actually an executive producer of the Game Changers along with James Wilkes and a number of others. Never mind.
Toto Wolff. I'm a huge fan of Toto Wolff. I think he's the best team manager that's there.
I think Christian Horner, dude.
Next to Christian Horner.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's
awesome. He is the best, and he's most intimidating, and he's smart. And
he is super intimidating, eh?
Yeah, very.
Something about that German, and he's super like ripped as well. It's like, and he's been around in business forever. Well, that's what I meant. Red Bull is strong, but because they put the effort in. Yeah, I mean, listen, Max. They're saying he's a revolutionary driver. I mean, he's the two best is Lewis and Max, and it's clearly evident by the results.
And you still have to see. You still see how hard Verstappen has to drive to beat the Mercedes even now.
Yeah,
I mean, and Lewis Hamilton is a fantastic driver. He really is the best driver on that grid, but he's also the biggest fucking moaner ever.
I haven't picked that up in the last couple of races. No, I mean, I did pick it up in his post-race interview when he's like, we're just not that fast. And, they started talking about the front wing or the rear wing. I can't remember what it was. There's a lot of back and forth about, the rear wing. Is it legal or are they taking
that's
shortcuts?
The thing. You see, when he loses, it's very rare that he actually says that the other driver was like the better driver. He always will pin it on the car. And that's a big thing about Formula One, that the car is the very big thing in racing. It's like, if you don't have the car, you're not going to win. Yeah. And Hamilton knows that because he's had that car for the last 5-6 years. He's had that car. Yeah. So when Verstappen wins, you'll say like, yeah, Red Bull has just been doing well. He's been talking about the team, but he won't really say no, Verstappen drove his pants off today. It's like he won't say he was untouchable. He said the Red Bulls were untouchable.
Yeah. I know. There is those little psychological games that they do play.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that I don't like about Hamilton. But when you watch him and you hear him talk about other people outside the race context, you go like, who would hate this guy? No one. This guy's a great guy. But when he says shit like that, I'm not saying shit as in he's talking shit, but when he says stuff like that, it's like he knows that the car is important. But what Verstappen is doing, he's driving his pants off still, even with the so-called better car. I mean, like that the race last week when he passed him on the second last lap, he was for 6 or 8 laps. He was being chased by both Mercedes and they couldn't pass him even on DRS. Yeah. And his tires are going. That's a guy that's out driving everybody. It's not the Red Bull, it's him. Because Perez can't do that and he's in the same fucking car.
Yeah. Listen, also at the same time, big shout out. I mean, did you see the interview with Lando Norris after the race? They're like, dude, I'd love to see Norris in that RB11. Norris is a talented driver. As I talk about Lando Norris, it's insane. But how's that post race interview where he's like, when they're like, do you know that you're number 3 in the drivers' championship? And he's like, And he was just so nonchalant about it. He's like, I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how that's true, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But the dude has got everything going for him. I mean, he was P3 in the McLaren. He's streaks ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, who was Red Bull's golden guy before Max Verstappen came in. So, listen, the next couple of years of Formula One is going to be fucking interesting. And you know what the great thing about it is? After this weekend, all what was said, they get to do it again 1 week later at the same track. Mm-hmm. I think that is huge. It's almost like a game 7 in the NBA. You get to do that same thing again. Can you uphold it? If Max wins, it's unanimous. If Hamilton ends up in the same position, it's unanimous. It's you can't fight against what is actually happening. Plus, Red Bull and Max are currently ahead in the standings, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Lewis is going to have to, and the Mercedes team, and Valtteri as well, in terms of the Constructors' Championship, they're going to have to pull some finger.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this season, and even if the other teams are not putting enough development in their cars, it's just so nice to see someone actually challenging and surpassing Mercedes,
Mm,
because it's literally been a Mercedes fucking train the
mm.
past couple of years, and it's just like there's this great video, it was like a 2-second video, and it's like 2020 F1 in a nutshell, and it's like. It's lights out and away we go, and Lewis wins. And that's the video.
Yes, you sent me that, dude. You said, I was like, that's hilarious. But you know what the funny thing is, dude? For the listeners, dude, I've only been following Formula One properly for the last 2 months, 3 months. And this is how much information I've discovered in the last couple of months, and how much addiction I've now developed for the sport. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm so happy.
But I still say, for people that come into F1 a bit raw, is that they would naturally want to see who's fighting for the leads, and that's what's lost a lot of people with Formula One. But you have to look at the midfield as well, like what the midfield teams are doing, how they are fighting against each other. I mean, like if you look
Ferrari
at Williams,
got 6 and 7.
Yeah, I mean, look at Williams. Williams could have won their first point with George Russell, which I also rate. I mean, he could have won this. So, like,
he irritates
Williams
me a bit.
What, he irritates you?
Yeah, just to the way he is. It's just weird. But also, I mean, but at the same time, saying that, sneaky shout out to Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly. I love those two.
Yeah.
Those two are cool. Did you really hear
cool
the team radio when he's like, "Okay, Yuki, push." And he goes, "I'm pushing, mate. Can't you see?" And in his like broken English, it's fucking amazing. But yeah. So that's Formula One for this week. We've got the Austrian Grand Prix coming up this weekend, which is, I can't wait to even talk about it next Thursday, because this Thursday was so rad. I mean, there was a big gap between Lewis and Max, first, second, and then there was a big gap from the midfield. It's going to be interesting because it's a new race, new day, new weather, new strategy, new tires. It's going to be extremely exciting to watch. So
I think they're going in with softer compounds this week.
Yeah.
And I think with the softer, because there's hardly much degradation on that track, because there's a lot of straights. So I reckon the reason why they want softer tires is just to slow down
3 DRS zones.
Yeah, there are 3, but like it's hard to capitalize on those.
Yeah.
I mean, the track is so short that.
And there's also lots of elevation.
Yeah,
difference.
It's my favorite track to play in the F1 game.
The Red Bull Ring.
I love playing that on the F1 game.
Nice. I've just recently downloaded the demo for F1 2020.
Okay.
The F1 2021 is on pre-order for $1,000, and I just don't know if I want to part with that kind of money. And
me neither.
The F1 2020 game is only $200, but the difference is how much is the game going to improve. That's what I'm waiting for to see in terms of reviews and all that kind of shit.
The new one, there's more of a story. There's more of like they've added rivals to the stories now, where you'll see like fights between drivers or your teammates. It's adding more to the story.
They're bringing more social media to the game.
And there's
the things that attract the fans these days. But all right, so that's Formula One out of the way. It'll be a 2-stopper this weekend, I reckon, for the super softs. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. But Mike, let's chat about that on Sunday when the race is happening. It'll be cool to do some live commentary with you, because Art, you and I message back and forth during the races on a Sunday in any event. Why not join the fray? But also, basketball, dude. The NBA is on fire. The Phoenix Suns have just eliminated the Clippers, the Los Angeles Clippers. They are through to the NBA Finals. They beat the Los Angeles Clippers last night in Los Angeles. Now we're waiting for the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks to finish their series in the Eastern Conference. They are tied up at 2-2. Trae Young is injured with a bone bruise. He stepped on a referee. Then you've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, who also had a very near career-ending injury when he hyperextended his knee coming down from the board. on a rebound, and or was it a rebound or was it a shot? I can't remember. So that
Phoenix Suns headed to first NBA Finals in almost 30 years.
Yes, and also Chris Paul, the point guard for the Phoenix Suns, has been in the NBA for 16 years. Is been regarded as one of the highest level basketball players, and is going to be making his first ever appearance to the NBA Finals in his 16-year career. He was with OKC, the Oklahoma City Thunder. He was with the Houston Rockets, and he's been from team to team, and he was with Indiana, or I can't remember, it was Indiana, whatever. But he's been around, he's been highly regarded, and it's the first time he's ever making the NBA Finals. And then his partner, Devin Booker, I mean, that's the one weird thing about teams. They don't have like superstar teams. They've got superstars on the teams, and they've got role players. So the superstars on the team are Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. And then in the Clippers, you have Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley, and Paul George. And then you got your role players. I mean, Patrick Beverley is kind of a role player. And then you got your other side where you got Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Bucks, and then you got Jrue Holiday, and then you got Trae Young, Clint Capella, and all those dudes in the Atlanta Hawks. So it's going to be either the Phoenix Suns against the Hawks, or it's going to be Phoenix Suns against the Bucks. I've got my money on the Suns Bucks, but my heart is on the Suns Hawks, because no matter who is going to win is going to be their first chip.
But what about the 76ers? They're currently sitting on 49 points in the Eastern Conference.
No. 76ers were eliminated by the Hawks in the second round of the playoffs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Joel Embiid, trust the process. I mean, if anybody talks about the Philadelphia 76ers, everybody's just talking about Ben Simmons and his free throw shooting.
Wow.
That's basically what lost them the series. I mean,
and the Bulls were nowhere, and the Pistons
Bulls were
also
nowhere. Bulls have been nowhere for a very, very, very long time, since Derrick Rose.
And the Pistons as well. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I'm pumped. So it's the Phoenix Suns, they're booked, and then the Bucks and Hawks playoffs are currently tied. There's 2 more games to go, and we'll see what happens. Do they win in 6 or do they win in 7? Either team. So it'll be interesting.
Phoenix Suns beat Los Angeles Clippers to win conference series. That's awesome. Yeah.
And then we're not going to talk about too much UFC, because the UFC it's got another card this weekend. I don't even know who it is. But next weekend, the 10th of July, is Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. We can talk about that next week.
Yeah. Keep me updated.
There's been a whole fuck up with the heavyweight title. Francis Ngannou's got the snub, and Derek Lewis is going to be fighting Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight title fight, because apparently they didn't want to wait a month for Francis to fight. So they fucked him royally. That's going to be interesting. I mean, at the end of the day, they get more money and they get to fight him. The winner gets to fight him, but it's going to be interesting. Sean O'Malley is without a fight. Don Madge is without a fight. Dricus du Plessis is going to be fighting soon. His fight's still on, so I'm looking forward to it. But that's been a fun show. Yeah, Dricus du Plessis, Don Madge are both South African dudes. And then we've also got JP Bass, he's lost 2 on the trot, so that's not looking good for him. We've got Don Madge, who's fought twice in the UFC, but very far apart. He fought in Moncton, Canada. He fought, I don't know if that was the Ziam fight or whether that was the Tay Edwards fight. He knocked out Tay Edwards with a head kick, and he scored a decision win over Ziam, and Ziam subsequently has won 3 fights in the UFC since. So Don should be back. He should be back soon, but his fight's just recently been called off because he was fighting Guram Kutateladze, who trains with Khamzat Chimaev, which is a fucking monster. But hopefully he gets a fight soon, because he hasn't fought in like over 2 years. And then Dricus, who's just come off a knockout win over Marcus Perez, is going to be fighting soon. I don't know who the opponent is, because I'm just lazy, and we can discuss that next week. But I think it's been a good show, dude.
Headline. I find a cool headline here. Khabib hoping Jan dethrones Sterling. That's the way it should be.
Exactly. But dude, this has been a fun show, dude. Remotely, I think we made it work.
I think it works. Yeah.
Yeah, I think next week we're going to be doing this the same, because obviously the lockdown regulations force us to. But in 2 weeks' time, you and I will be in person again, so we can continue our best friendship.
Bring on the beers.
Yeah, and on the beers, yeah, because we need to review some new beers. UFC sucks. No, you suck, Kevin.
No, you suck.
You suck big with Dawn. Don't be a dick. Be lacquer and enjoy it, and just be educated with us and watch the fights, because it's gonna be cool. Kevin, I love you, tits. And please support me, because I support the UFC. No, I'm only joking. Guys, this has been a fun show. It's been a bit silly. It's been a bit like, it's just been you and me flapping gums for the last hour, but I can't say that I have not enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, it's been a good chat. Let's have some more of these. Good chats are cool. I mean, chatting to other musicians and stuff is cool, but sometimes you just need a little bit of a chin wag.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need some alone time, man. Couples need their therapy.
And we're getting our spots nicely sorted now. We got like a clear sports section. We've got the beer section. We've got outrageous section. We've got all that stuff now. It's cool. What? Oh, shit.
It's time for...
This is
outrageous.
God damn, I hate it.
Motherfucker, I almost forgot that bloody segment tonight.
Me too.
How dare I? I'm such an asshole. Number 27.
27. Okay, this one. Sneakers and my struggle.
Okay, I can understand sneakers and your struggle, because one leg is shorter than the other, and you need a bit of a lift up on the one. So explain this to me.
Okay, I have to have a raise. I mean, check. Look, I'll show it now. I have to have...
is this... No, this is a Papa G's house exclusive.
Whoa, wait.
It's a Papa G exclusive.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Papa G's house exclusive. We are about to reveal that Mr. Art Diego Carlos Pereira III has a short leg, and that, what he is showing you right now, is his orthotic.
Yes.
Which is how many? That looks about 2.5 centimeters.
It is now at about 2.5 centimeters, which means that I need to get a new one, because it's supposed to be 3 centimeters. I've had it for quite a few years, but I have that inside my sneaker, and so I need to find like high tops, or at least shoes that got like
your heel doesn't end up at the top. Yeah.
So otherwise it turns into a slipper.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like all the shoes that I do like, they either don't fit me or they got way too much color on them. And then they want too much money for them as well.
Embrace the color and embrace the parting with the money, because if you're parting with money, you're getting good quality shoes. You know what, dude? You know what I gotta say, dude, look behind you. Jordans, bro.
Oh,
you need to Jordan high tops, dude. Jordan high tops.
They way too much money, man. I'd love to get me a pair of Jordan high tops. Like
they'll last you forever. They're leather.
Yeah, but
leather lasts forever.
$2,500.
Yeah,
it's the sole. You've
got those Converse shoes that cost basically the same.
No, dude, those shoes, those Converse ERX 260s,
Jesus.
They were 2,400 Rand a pair, but when I got them, they were 700 Rand each. Not each shoe, each pair.
That's crazy.
So I got them for fucking steal. They were cheaper than shoes from Woolworths and stuff of similar and leather. So
you can get deals.
Sometimes there's deals.
You can get deals, dude. You got to go to Access Park to the Nike place. You can get high tops there for about the same. Next one, I'll bring my Viking Ale for review. Yes. Let's do it. But lekker show, chaps. Thank you so much, Mike. Thanks to everybody in the chat for chiming in. Loved it. Thanks, gents. Thanks, David Owens. I can't wait to have you on the show, dude. It's going to be super awesome. Yeah. So once again, thanks to everybody in the chat. It's been a very back and forth with the listeners. It's been fantastic. You guys are awesome in the chat. Thank you so much. Hey, put yourself back up there, bruh. geez, I'm not done with you.
I thought we were closing off.
No, but I just want to say thanks to you, Art, also for putting the hard work for being, because we did this twice. The first time we failed, second time we managed to make it happen. So thank you for putting the time. Also, all the stings, everything, the artwork. Thank this man, Mr. Art Pereira, for doing all that. Our trusty producer and legend of legends. But with what? But thanks, dude. I love you lots. And also, don't forget to subscribe to Papa G's house. Don't forget to follow on all the social media platforms, even though I don't really do that very often. Just check out the stories for updates and the Facebook page for updates from myself and trusty producer Art. This is Papa G's house, episode 91. Thank you to all for listening. Until then, we say peace.
Yeah, that's where we're going.